Welcome students for lecture 1 of motion in 2 dimension. So from today onwards we are going to learn a new concept, that is projectile motion. So far we studied about the when object is moving in a straight line. In the same way, when an object is thrown vertically upwards and freely falling, and relative motion we completed. So let us analyze the motions first. Okay, so we studied that when object is moving along a straight line with uniform acceleration, we discussed its motion under variety of conditions. Right, next we also studied uniform motion or uniform accelerating motion in case of an object which is thrown vertically upwards. So when the object is thrown vertically upwards, what is the angle made by the body? So angle made by the body with respect to the horizontal is 90 degree. If the object is moving along a straight line, what is the angle made by the body? Is equals to 0. In the same way, when object is under free fall, the angle made by the body with respect to the horizontal here also 90 degree. Okay na? Sir, what is mean by projectile motion? Okay na? So projectile motion nothing but, so first we need to know what is a projectile. A projectile is nothing but it is an object. So projectile is an object. Sir, what is the special feature of this projectile? When an object which is thrown into air other than the angle of 0, 90 or 180, the theta should not be equals to 0 degree, 90 degree and as well as 180 degree. That means you should not have the whatever the cases we discussed earlier, it should not be matched. So the body is projecting by making some angle. So this angle is not equals to any one of this angle other than. That's why it is also known to be oblique projectile. So theta it may be 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, any angle we can take. So this is the horizontal direction and this is vertical direction. We are considering the projectile motion as a two-dimensional motion. Sir, why you are considering its motion as a two-dimensional motion? So for suppose I am giving its initial velocity u. So this is the point of projection from where we are projecting the body. That point is known to be point of projection. So the angle between projectile and horizontal is known to be angle of projection. So angle of projection here theta. So now if you observe the path of the projectile as it is moving under the influence of the gravity, so it is also an object which is under the moving under the influence of the gravity. So see, this is velocity vector. So its velocity we can resolve into two components. It has at point of projection initial velocity or initial horizontal velocity, in the same way initial vertical velocity, and slowly its trajectory, if you observe, it is going to change into a parabola. That means the trajectory of the projectile is parabola. So this also we are going to verify with using expressions. So generally this we can observe when we are playing a cricket. So when you are playing a cricket, one player throws a ball towards the another player. So in this motion what will happen? The motion of the ball is a projectile motion. Okay na? So when you are playing a tenicoid, so in that case also the motion of the tenicoid will be what? So it will be also a projectile. So we can see the different objects in our daily life performing the projectile motion. If we throw a stone into air, that is also a projectile motion other than angle of 0, 90 or 180. In the same way, if you project a body from the top of your building along horizontal direction or above the ground or down by making an angle theta. So in all the cases, if you observe, the object is following the trajectory as parabola. That means in any case, so this is also considered as a projectile. If we throw an object from a particular height with along the horizontal, in the same way above the horizontal by making angle theta, and below the horizontal, in the three cases from the height, this object is also known to be a projectile. So in this session we are going to discuss about the object which is projected from the ground by making some angle theta with the horizontal. So in detail we are going to study what is the velocity, what is the acceleration, everything we are going to discuss in this session. Okay, right. I told you that already. So projectile nothing but an object which is thrown into air other than the angle of 90 degrees. So I am taking its motion as two-dimensional motion. So x horizontal direction and vertical direction. So because it covers some horizontal distance, in the same way it also reaches to a particular point. Right, I am throwing the body into air by giving some initial velocity u. This is point O is the point of projection, and this is angle made by the projectile. So as the projectile is moving in air, its trajectory we can observe like parabola. Let's see. Sir, how to find out its direction of velocity? So direction of velocity at any point if you want to find, we need to draw a tangent on its curved line. That means on its trajectory, if you plot a tangent, the tangent gives the direction of the velocity. So at point of projection, I am discussing. So at point of projection, its initial velocity u bar is equals to uxi plus uyj. This is initial velocity vector. So ux nothing but what? Ux is equals to horizontal velocity. I am resolving this velocity at this point as u cos theta and vertical velocity as u sin theta, because we know that vector resolution along horizontal and direction. That's why on the basis of that only I am resolving that. So therefore uy is equals to u sin theta. Okay, so these are the components of horizontal and vertical velocities. Now sir, what will be the direction of the acceleration? So it is moving under the influence of gravity only. So if the body is moving under the influence of gravity, so the acceleration due to gravity acts always downwards direction. Now you see, at the point of projection, angle between velocity vector and acceleration is what? Till here it is 90 plus theta. So angle between velocity vector and acceleration is equals to 90 plus theta. This is at point of projection. In the same way, when the object is moving under the influence of the gravitation, so it's a vertical acceleration. So it has two accelerations. So one is horizontal acceleration, vertical acceleration. So but its horizontal acceleration ux is always equals to 0. Sir, why ux always 0? Because as we are resolving this vector into components, so see, this is again u cos theta and this is u sin theta. Right, at this point it has u cos theta and u sin theta as 0. Now at this point again it will be u cos theta and this is u sin theta. That means at any instant of the projectile motion, its velocity is constant. That's why horizontal acceleration of the projectile is taken as always 0. Why it is 0? Because horizontal velocity is constant for the projectile motion. Why? Because the horizontal direction is never influenced by the acceleration due to gravity. Only vertical velocity is influenced by the acceleration due to gravity, because along the horizontal the body is moving under uniform motion, but vertical it is not uniform motion because it is under the influence of the gravity. So then what about vertical acceleration? So vertical acceleration for projectile in its entire motion, that means while it reaching from the point of projection to highest point, from the highest point to ground, its acceleration direction will be always towards the surface of the earth. That's why we can take its value can be always negative. So these 2 points are very very important for a projectile. So horizontal acceleration is 0 because horizontal velocity is constant, but vertical acceleration will be always negative, that is a equals to minus g. Right. Now let us write, as the object is moving in vertically upward direction, that means it is performing it is projectile motion. Right. So what happens if you see, as it is rising, the angle between velocity vector, in the same way acceleration, this is velocity. So velocity vector and acceleration is slowly decreasing. So here it is 90 plus theta. This 90 plus theta is slowly reducing. When it is reaches to the highest point, the angle between velocity vector ux is equals to u cos theta. Here one more important point, when the object reaches the highest point, its vertical velocity becomes 0. That means its vertical velocity uy becomes 0. Generally we thought that when the object is reaches to the highest point, its total velocity is 0. No, but in a case of a projectile, at its highest point or at its maximum height, velocity is not equals to 0. But in a case of a vertically projected upwards body, at its highest point its velocity is 0. But in a case of a projectile, it is not equals to 0. Then what is its velocity highest point? At highest point, its velocity is equals to horizontal velocity, that is equals to u cos theta. Very very important. Okay na? In the same way, when it reaches the maximum height or highest point of the projectile motion, the angle between acceleration and velocity will be 90 degree. So at the highest point, angle between acceleration and velocity is equals to 90 degree. That means from slowly as we are moving from the point of projection to the maximum height, the angle between the two will be changes. So theta lies in between 180 less than theta less than or equals to 90 degree. This is in a case of a when the object is rising to maximum height. Right. Now let us find out its velocity after some time. Okay na? So at any instant, that is after t seconds. Okay, after t seconds I am going to find the different physical quantities of the projectile. First I am calculating its velocity vector. So velocity. Sir, what is its velocity? So velocity we are taking as v. So velocity after t seconds we can write v bar is equals to vxi plus vyj. What is its initial velocity? Initial velocity is equals to u bar, that is equals to uxi plus uyj. This is what after t seconds, not the complete after the journey is finished. I am not taking after t seconds of its journey. Its velocity vector is vxi plus vyj. Sir, what is vx here? So vx, already told you, the horizontal velocity is never changes. This is final horizontal velocity, that will be is equals to ux, that is equals to u cos theta. Right. Next, vertical velocity. Sir, what about its vertical velocity? So vertical velocity, final vertical velocity we can write with the help of uy plus ay into t, because I am using the first equation of motion to find its final velocity as v equals to u plus at. So we are writing the vertical terms, that's why I am using y. So vy is equals to uy plus ay into t. So vy, what is the value of uy? Uy is equals to u sin theta, initial velocity, and acceleration for the projectile at any instant of time is minus d into t. So now let us substitute here. So velocity vector v bar, we are going to get u cos theta I plus u sin theta minus gt into j. So this is the vector form of the velocity of a projectile at any instant of time. So for suppose if they are asking magnitude of its velocity. So magnitude of its velocity, know that it is nothing but what vx, this is nothing but what vy. So we can write magnitude of its velocity v bar under root of vx square plus vy square. Let us substitute here. So v equals to under root of v cos theta square plus u sin theta minus gt whole square. So this is the magnitude of velocity of projectile after t seconds. Right. Sir, then what about angle made by the projectile with respect to the horizontal? So how to find angle made by the projectile? So see, so as it is, I told you that already, during its rising, what happens? The angle made by the projectile is changes. So I am taking at certain instant of time. So what is its velocity vector? Velocity vector equals to u cos theta I plus u sin theta minus gt into j. So angle I am going to write. So projectile initial angle will be theta. Initial angle of projection is theta, but as it is rising, then what happens? The angle made by the projectile with respect to the horizontal will be changes. So this angle I am going to take alpha. So right, this is velocity vector. I am resolving this into two components. So Vx and Vy. I need to find this alpha, angle made by the projectile after t seconds with respect to the horizontal. I am constructing a right angle triangle here. So I am going to get Vy. Therefore, angle made by projectile after t seconds is tan alpha equals to, we can write Vy by Vx. Therefore tan alpha, what is Vy? So Vy is equals to u sin theta minus gt by u cos theta. So mod. So while you are taking the angle, while measuring the angles, We need to take only its magnitude. Okay, right. So this is the angle made by it. Now let us discuss about the after t seconds what is its displacement we will discuss. Right. Displacement after t seconds. So see, when the projectile is moving, what happens? It covering the two distances. So one is with respect to the horizontal, it covers some distance. In the same way, with respect to the vertical also, it covers some distance. So we need to write what after t seconds, its horizontal velocity, in the same way vertical velocity. So I am writing the displacement vector s bar as xi plus yj. What is the meaning of this? X nothing but distance travelled by the projectile along horizontal direction, and y is the distance travelled by projectile along vertical direction. So angle of projection I am taking again, it is theta only. Right. So along horizontal it is moving with uniform, it is in uniform motion. So uniform motion means at any instant of time its velocity is equals to initial velocity, that is equals to u cos theta. Then we need to find distance. So distance travelled along the horizontal. So x is equals to Vx into t we can write. So Vx nothing but what? It is always constant, that is equals to u cos theta. Therefore u cos theta into t is the horizontal distance travelled by the projectile. Right. Now let us write the vertical distance. So vertical displacement of the projectile along vertical. So I am using the second equation of motion, that is s is equals to ut plus half at square I am using. Right. So s nothing but vertical displacement y. So u, here you can write uy t minus plus half ay t square. Now substitute the values. Uy nothing but what? Initial velocity at the point of projection, that is u sin theta into t we can write minus half ay value is gt square. So this is the vertical displacement after t seconds. Now we are going to write the equation of projectile. So equation of projectile. So in theory exams they are going to ask, show that the trajectory of a projectile is parabola. If they are asking the question, you need to write from the displacement concept, you are going to get the equation of projectile. So what is the x value we got? U cos theta into t. This is horizontal velocity, horizontal distance. Therefore I am going to write t value from this x by u cos theta, number 2. Now in the same way vertical displacement y is equals to, we got as u sin theta into t minus half gt square. Now let us substitute the equation number 2 in this equation number 3 where the time term is present. So u sin theta into x by u cos theta minus half g into x by u cos theta whole square. So u get cancelled, so sin by cos is tan, so tan theta into x minus half gx square by u square cos square theta. So we are going to write this as tan theta of x minus g by 2 u square cos square theta into x square. So I am going to take this expression as a is equals to tan theta. In the same way, b equals to g by 2u square cos square theta. Now substitute that in that y is equals to ax minus bx square. If you observe this expression or observe the result, it will be is equals to y is equals to mx square. So if x square, we can see y directly proportional to x square, this expression will be what kind of expression? So it is gives the equation of parabola. So that means the trajectory, this is equation of projectile. So equation of projectile is equals to equation of parabola, that is trajectory of projectile is parabola, right? So this is about equation of projectile. Now let us discuss about the time of ascent and time of descent, right? So time of ascent. So time of ascent, we know that already. It is the time taken by body to reach the maximum height. So in a case of a projectile also, time taken by a projectile to reach its highest point from the point of projection. So this is known to be time of ascent. So from the highest point to reach the ground, that will be known to be time of descent. Okay, so time of ascent we can write. So see, I am using the equation initial velocity u. So this time is influenced only by the acceleration due to gravity. That means only the vertical components are going to change, right? So what is the formula for time of ascent? Time of ascent is equals to u by g. From where we are getting this? V equals to u plus at. At highest point its velocity is equals to 0. Therefore u minus gt, therefore ta is equals to u by g. So this is, we need to write vertical, okay na? So vy is equals to uy minus gt, but at highest point I told you that already, this point its vertical velocity becomes 0, that's why 0, therefore ta is equals to uy by g. But initial velocity along the vertical direction will be u sin theta, therefore u sin theta by g is the expression for time of ascent. Then we know that already time of ascent is equal to time of descent. Why? Because it is also under the influence of the gravity. So motion of an object in the gravity will be symmetry. Therefore time of ascent should be is equal to time of descent. It is also same. Now time of flight. So what is time of flight? So time of flight is nothing but it is the time how long the projectile will remain in air, or it is the sum of time of ascent plus time of descent. Therefore u sin theta by g plus u sin theta by g, we are going to get 2u sin theta by g. That means it is nothing but time taken by projectile to reach the same level of projection. In this way also we can write, it is the time taken by projectile to reach the same level of projection, that is known to be time of flight. From the ground it is projected, again it is reaching to the ground, so whatever the time taken in the process, that is known to be time of flight. Okay, right. Now let us study some cases. During the time of flight, what will happen? If you see, during the time of flight, the the angle between acceleration and velocity will be varies. In what way it is varying? So see, here it will be 90 plus theta. So from 90 plus theta to, and when it is reaching this point, it will be 90 minus theta. So this is theta with respect to the horizontal theta, and this will be the direction of the velocity. So this is velocity direction, this is acceleration direction. That means the angle between acceleration and velocity changes from 90 plus theta to 90 minus theta. Okay, right. During the rising, so during the rising, what is the angle? So during the rising, here the angle will be, angle between acceleration and velocity will be, follows the condition theta less than 180 and greater than 90 in this region. So from the point of projection to maximum height. Then in this, from maximum height to ground, its value will be lies in between 0 degree theta and 90. That means theta lies in between 0 and 90 during the fall, and theta lies in between 180 and 90 during the rise. This is about angle. Now let us discuss about the, what is the maximum distance travelled in vertical direction and a maximum distance travelled in horizontal direction, that we will discuss. Right. So maximum height. So maximum height generally we denoted with a capital H. Right. So now the projectile reaches to the highest point in its journey. So this is the highest vertical distance in its journey is known to be maximum height. Right. So this height is influenced only in vertical direction. Therefore, that's why I am using third equation of motion only with respect to the vertical direction. So Vy square minus Uy square is equals to 2Ay into S. That is third equation of motion we are writing for along the vertical direction. V square minus U square is equals to 2As. So what is Vy? When it is reaches to the highest point, its vertical velocity at highest point becomes 0. Then what about its horizontal velocity? Its horizontal velocity Uy is equals to U sin θ. This is at point of projection. This one. Okay, right. Ay, so Ay is equals to minus G, and the displacement, vertical displacement will be capital H. Now substitute the values. 0 square minus U sin theta whole square is equals to minus 2G capital H. Therefore minus U square sin square theta minus 2GH, therefore negative negative get cancel, therefore H is equals to U square sin square theta by 2G. It is simply nothing but, we know the formula for maximum height, H is equals to U square by 2G. So here maximum height or height influenced by the only vertical velocity. Therefore uy square by 2g. What is uy? Uy is equals to u sin theta. U sin theta whole square by 2g. Therefore u square sin square theta by 2g we can write. Okay. So this is maximum height reached by the projectile. Now let us find out its horizontal distance. Okay na? So one more important point we need to discuss here. At highest point its vertical velocity is 0, but its velocity is not equals to 0. Okay na? Only vertical velocity 0, but not its total velocity. Why? At highest point it has horizontal velocity, that is Vx is equals to u cos theta. So this is a very important, though most of the students are going to confuse here at this point. Okay na? So simply they can thought that at highest point we know that velocity will be 0. It is not like that. In a case of a projectile, it has some velocity at the highest point, that is u cos theta. Okay. In the same way, angle between velocity and acceleration. So this is the direction of velocity and this is the direction of acceleration. So at highest point the angle between velocity and acceleration will be 90 degree and direction of acceleration will be always downwards. That points also you need to remember. Now let us find out range. So range is denoted by r. Sir, what is mean by range? So range nothing but it is the maximum horizontal distance travelled by the body. So maximum horizontal distance travelled by the body is known to be its range. So this is the range. So when the object is moving or when you are calculating the horizontal distance, we need to take only its horizontal velocity. So its horizontal velocity is ux, that is equals to u cos theta, because at any instant of time its horizontal velocity will be constant, that is ux equals to u cos theta. Now let us see to find the distance. So what kind of distance? Maximum horizontal distance, that I am taking x is equals to r. So x is equals to, we need to write ux into t. So x I am replacing with r, ux I am replacing with vx because it has that final velocity or constant velocity we can write. So vx. Sir, then what about t? So here t nothing but to reach the same level of projection, the time taken by the body is known to be time of flight. So in this case we are going to take the time as time of flight. Therefore we can write u cos theta and time of flight value 2u sin theta by g we can write. Therefore u into u we are going to write u square 2u square sin theta cos theta by g. We can rewrite this also u square sin 2 sin theta cos theta by g. So 2 sin theta cos theta is equals to sin 2 theta. Therefore r is equals to u square sin 2 theta by 2g. Sorry, sin theta by g. Right. So this is about the range. Range nothing but maximum horizontal distance travelled by the projectile. In another terms also we can represent. So range, if you see in this expression we have the terms u cos theta. So this u cos theta nothing but what? Ux, and u sin theta nothing but uy. So we can rewrite this range of a projectile as 2 into ux uy by g also we can write. So this is equation number 3. Okay. Now let us discuss some cases here. If theta equals to 45 degree, then what will happen to the maximum height in the same way range. So range I am writing. So range r is equals to u square sine 2 theta by g. So see here, to range becomes maximum, the sine, this 2 theta term should be 90 degree. So when this will be 90 degree, if theta equals to 45, then 2 theta equals to 90 degree. If sine 90 is equals to 1, therefore range will be maximum. Therefore r equals to u square by g is the maximum range. So we are going to get range is maximum, r is maximum for the projection, for angle of projection 45 degree. Then what happens with this maximum range? So what will be the maximum height we will write. So what is the formula for maximum height? H is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g. So substitute theta equals to 45, u square sine square 45 by 2g. So sine square 45 nothing but 1 by root 2 whole square 1 by 2 by 2g. Therefore 1 by 4 times of u square by g, that is equals to capital H. Now let us compare these two, 1 and 2. So we can replace this u square by g with this. So H is equals to r maximum by 4. That means if the range is, if for maximum range is 100 meter, then for this condition the what is the maximum height reached by the body is 25 meter. That means the relation between the maximum range in the same way maximum height for an angle of 45 degree will be, so height maximum is equals to range maximum by 4. Okay, so this is a one special case. Now let us discuss one application here. I think so you know by complementary angles. What is mean by complementary angles? If the sum of angles is equals to 90 degree, then the angles are said to be complementary angles. Let us see. So two projectiles projected with the same initial velocity. So u1 is equals to u2, that is equals to u. But in what way they projected? The sum of angles of projection is equals to 90 degree, or theta 1 is equals to theta 2 is equals to 90 minus theta, or theta 1 is equals to 45 plus theta 2 is equals to 45 minus theta. In all the cases you are going to get the angles will be the complementary angles. Okay na? Right. For complementary angles of projection for given velocity means both are projecting into air with the same velocity. Okay, so projectile 1 angle is theta 1. Next, projectile 2. By same velocity u and u. If this condition is satisfied, the range of the projectiles will be same. That means range of the projectile 1 is equals to range of the projectile 2. That means for complementary angles of projection for given velocities, two projectiles will satisfying the condition, so ranges are equal. So how the ranges will be equal? Let us check it. So what is the formula for range? Range equals to u square sine 2 theta by g, we can write, or 2 times of u sine theta cos theta by g, we can write. Now let us substitute the range 1. So range 1 2u, I am taking this first one as theta and then cos theta by g. Now let us take range 2. This is for projectile 1. Then I am writing for projectile 2. For projectile 2 we can write 2u sine 90 minus theta cos 90 minus theta, because the sum of angles will be equals to 90 degree only. So if theta 1 is theta, then theta 2 will be 90 minus theta only. So by g, if we are writing this 2u sin 90 minus theta cos theta, cos 90 minus theta sin theta, if we observe that expression, what we are going to get? So ranges will be same. So that means for projection with the complementary angles for given velocities, the ranges of the projectiles will be. So then what about the maximum height? In the same way, time of flight. The maximum height, time of flights are not equal. They will have different values. So this is the maximum height reached by the first projectile and maximum height reached by the second projectile. Now let us write the relation between maximum height reached by the first one and the second one. So maximum height of projectile 1 h1 is equals to, we can write, u square sine square theta by 2g, we can write, because I am taking theta 1 as theta. Then this is for projectile 1, and then projectile 2 I am writing. For projectile 2, maximum at h2 is equals to u square sine square 90 minus theta by 2g. So since theta 2 is equals to 90 minus theta. Now let us write this as u square cos square theta by 2g. Number 1, number 2. Let us take the ratio of these two. So h1 by h2 is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g into u square cos square theta by 2g. So j get u square get cancelled. So sine square theta by cos square theta is equals to tan square theta is to 1. Therefore, for same range and of complementary angles, so the relation between the maximum height reached by the bodies will be is equals to tan square theta by 1. That means here the theta first one, for suppose they given that two projectiles are projected into a 30 degree and 60 degree. So if you are taking this is theta 1, this will be the need to write here, not 90 minus theta. This will be the ranges of the ratio of the maximum height. Now let us find out the ratio of time of flights. Ratio of time of flights. So time of flight t1 for projectile 1, t1 is equals to 2u sin theta by g, t2 is equals to 2u sin 90 minus theta by g. So this we can write 2u cos theta by g we can write. Now let us divide this equation number t1 by t2. Therefore 2u sin theta by g, 2u cos theta by g, so get cancelled. Therefore tan theta. Therefore the ratio of the time of flights for complementary angles for given velocities, the ratio tan theta is to 1. Okay, right. Now let us take that h1 plus h2 we will write. So what is the value of h1? So h1 we are going to get, for suppose if h1 h2 are maximum heights, we got already. So h1 h2, if we are writing that h1 plus h2, so here h1 and h2, let us write h1 plus h2. So h1 plus h2 is equals to, so here u square sin square theta, u square by 2g sin square theta plus u square by 2g cos square theta. So we are going to get h1 plus h2 as u square by 2g outside. Therefore sin square theta plus cos square theta. So sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Therefore h1 plus h2 is equals to u square by 2g. This is another relation. The sum of the maximum heights of the two projectiles will be is equals to u square by 2g. Right. So then if you multiply that maximum height, so after multiplying the maximum heights, what we are going to get, h1 into h2 we will do. So ranges are same. So r1 is equals to r2, that is equals to r. Right. So range h1 into h2 I am doing. So h1 into h2 nothing but u square sin square theta by 2g into u square cos square theta by 2g we can write. Okay, and after writing this, u square sin square theta, what will be the value of range? Okay, this will be same. So range we are going to get this u, one more u square cos square theta by 2g. So h1 h2. Okay, right. So this is another relation, h1 h2 we got. So u power 4 sin square theta cos square theta by 2g we are going to write. That is, we can write as u power 4 sin square theta cos square theta by 2g we can write. Okay, so we can rewrite this range value all we got already. U sin theta cos theta by, sorry, here 4 will 2g into 2g 4g square will come, sorry. So h1 h2 4g square. So here 2g, sorry, 2 times of this value we can write. After rewriting these two expressions, we are going to get r is equals to 4 times of under root h1 h2. So this is the relation between range and maximum height. You can rewrite these two expressions. This is the range expression and this is that. So simple. Here this is equals to h1 h2. So h1 h2, this will be square of that. So if you make the square of this, what you are going to get? Whole square. Okay, now 4 will be outside. Right, let us make this square. 4u square sine square theta cos square theta by g square is equals to r square. Okay, na? So in this place we have it already. Okay, so 2u square. So what you are going to get? 4 u square sine square theta cos square theta by, in the place of this total term, we can replace with this. Okay, that I am going to get r is equals to 4 times of 4 into h1 h2. Okay, so this is the relation between range and maximum height. So thank you, stay safe.